Hi, everybody. No hair. um, so today I got my head shaved. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty lucky. I have a huge head, but I don't have like a misshapen head, so that helps. So something I confused my schedule, my chemo schedule. So I thought yesterday I was having chemo again, and they explained when I went there that a cycle of chemo is basically the original chemo 1 week, the antibody the second week, and then they just do blood tests the third week. So what they did yesterday was to check my white blood cells, the levels. And so a normal person would be 2.0 or above. Somebody with a compromised immunity is basically 1.0, so that's low. And when they check my white blood cells, I have a zero point 0.3, which is extremely low. And what that means is that my body isn't producing enough white blood cells. And the reason it's not is because the chemo basically is stopping cells from multiplying, basically, the bad and the good. And so what happened yesterday was the doctor gave me a shot that's supposed to help grow white blood cells. They did tell me that some of the side effects. Ooh, I'm feeling one right now. So some of the side effects are basically, she said my bones would hurt, especially the areas that have the most bone marrow, which would be my sternum, my chest, and my pelvis, and my big bones in my legs. And so when I got up this morning, I woke up, I felt fine. But then I started walking up the stairs and I noticed I started having little spasms in my pelvis, my lower back. And I never have lower back pain, so I know that was definitely from the shot. The shot itself took about 2 minutes to administer. So in the back of my arm, they gave a little pinch and then they poked me, and it took about 2 minutes for the medicine because it's quite a bit in the shot. And so basically, she said if it were to go in quickly, it would really hurt. Didn't feel that great. Still not a fan of shots, but I know they're doing something good for me. So that was about an hour and 10 minutes away. I had to go all the way back there today. So another hour and 10 there, hour and 10 back to get a shot. And then I had to go to the Kaiser Pharmacy because they have 10 shots to take home to either give to myself or have somebody else at the house give to me. So my dad's wife, Lacey, is going to give me a shot in the back of my arm. I'm not really that nervous. I know she's going to do great. I just couldn't give myself a shot. I would literally faint if I had to give myself a shot. So I trust Lacey to do it. While I'm laying down and walking, I don't really have spasms, but as I'm sitting here, I feel it pretty bad. And what it also feels like is that my pelvis, my bones, they feel hollow and they feel like super brittle, and they feel like they could just break. It kind of sounds strange, but so needless to say, I drove that long in, for the most part, about every 15 seconds having a little bit of a spasm in my back. So not a fun day, but you know what? It's not the worst. It just does hurt. It takes kind of my breath away when I talk and when it hurts. So anyway, the bone marrow, how they explain it is basically what helps to make the white blood cells. So my my older brother said, well, why does it hurt like only in your pelvis? And that's because it's more concentrated there. So for people who do have to do the shots, or they might hear about it, they specifically said that younger people will get the side effects more because we have more bone marrow. So basically, I was just assuming I would get it, and it's not to be negative. It's just every single side effect that I could have had, I got. So I was being a little more realistic, but I'm okay. I went to my nutritionist today, and she also gave me some supplements to help with the white blood cells. So we'll see. Tomorrow, I do have to go all the way back to go get another shot, but they're also going to check my white blood cell count. So fingers crossed, prayers please, that it goes back up. And then next week is when I start the second cycle. So for all my friends and family who keep asking me, how many cycles, how much more chemo? First of all, nobody knows. So you don't have to ask me. I promise I update you guys. As much as I know, you know it immediately. So please stop asking me questions I don't know the answers to, because I don't know. The doctor doesn't know. They have to see if it's actually working for me. And that's why they do the blood test, to see how it's going. So as of right now, my blood count's very low. So they said for sure I'll have 6 cycles of chemo. And that's not to sound bitchy to you guys. I hope you know that. It's just frustrating for me when I'm going through this and I don't know the answers and 15 people ask me a day. So there you go. Stop fucking asking me the same questions.